Hey MLO fans, we're back at you with another edition of On the Bench with Mainline Overland, and today we're going to talk about the Agile Off-road Ride Improvement Package for your Sprinter van. Now, you might be thinking, why do I need to improve my suspension on an OEM Sprinter van? Pete?
Yeah, so it's not so much that the OEM suspension can't handle OEM weight, it's when we're adding a full build out of the interior, even a minor one, or we're purchasing a pre-built van like a Winnebago Revel or a Storyteller, just to name a few. These vans that are pre-built are built on standard suspension, and their leaf springs are completely flat. They are totally overloaded. They're built to right within the specs that the platform can carry, but that's at its limit. We're getting back some stability and some drivability with an actual arched leaf spring that's set to your rear axle weight. So the biggest chance for improvement with Agile Rip Kit is a specific spec leaf spring for your van. We have iterations in the low 4,000 pound range all the way up into the 7,000+ pound range, depending on if your van is 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, if it is a dually.
And this is basically where we always start for vehicle builds in general for our customers, whether it's a 4Runner or a GX460 or a full-size truck that we're going to be putting a flatbed camper on, or a van. We're usually going to start at the suspension. We're going to ask you a series of questions in terms of how you're going to build that vehicle out, what weight you're going to be adding, what accessories you're going to be adding, and that is going to help us really custom tailor the suspension need to the vehicle and to the accessories you plan to add.
We're taking that front shock, we're adding a coil spring, but now you almost have a bit of a coilover that is providing some stability and taking a little bit of that load off of that transverse leaf. Beyond that, we have the optional stop the sway setup with the auxiliary shock brackets that we mount up in the wheel well in the front, along with an auxiliary shock to increase our dampening capability. We also have rear shocks that give us options from like mild to wild in terms of if we need extra dampening, remote reservoirs.
What do we have here? This looks like
so this is the infamous no Rub Fender Flare. This replaces that rear fender piece just behind the front wheel. It basically closes that out and gives us some additional space so we can run a larger tire like a 275 with an Agile kit and not have any rubbing. We also have our wheel spacer set up here that's available in various different thicknesses depending on if you have OEM steel wheels, you have OEM alloy wheels or aftermarket wheels, and we're converting that wheel lug to a stud. So you can go ahead and use an aftermarket wheel and increase your track width. Agile is the most comprehensive solution for your suspension needs for a Sprinter, whether you are driving a very mildly outfitted cargo van with a little like monk bunk in the back for one, or if you just bought the heaviest 3500 out there with completely flat leaf springs and you're concerned about passing any sizable truck on the highway because you feel like you're just going to get blown off the road. It is the biggest improvement that I've seen or felt in driving a lot of these stock iteration built-out vehicles down the highway. Throwing these on just lets you confidently drive down the road past people without feeling like you have to counter steer.
All right, so the Ride Improvement Package, it's not only a great option to outfit your vehicle for off-road use, but really for on-road use. With the additional weight that you're going to be adding in terms of accessories, you've got a long Sprinter van, maybe an extended wheelbase, a 170, and you have that high roof, so you've got a higher center of gravity. Having a better planted vehicle for on-road driving is really going to make you a lot more confident as a driver and really make the handling much more improved, right, Pete?
Definitely, yeah. I mean, not only are we getting that on-road stability with this super robust leaf pack, we're replacing a single or a 2-leaf pack, which is completely comical. We're also getting additional dampening with the Agile rear shocks and the auxiliary shocks up front on top of our coil assist. So you're getting on-road stability, increased track width with the spacers, and you're getting off-road capability not only with the confidence that you have in getting to your off-road destination, but the increased ground clearance that you get back with an actual arched leaf spring over your flat OEM leaf springs. You can always reach out to us and we can help you spec exactly what you need for spring rates.
Yeah, reach out to us at 844-656-7626, sales@mainlineoverland.com. And one of our experts at our 3 locations on the East Coast here can help you get your suspension spec'd out for your Sprinter van.